Now, if you thought that I was done going in on Brian Callahan after my last video, not so fast. Because here's the point that we are at right now as Titans fans. Titans fans are calling for Brian Callahan's job, saying, he's probably not going to make it through the season. And I've had this discussion with a couple of my friends, and we've talked about it on a live. The problem is, after Brian Callahan, do you really trust anyone else on this staff like Nick Holes, who's hasn't really called the plays? Do you trust any of them to take over the play calling for this offense? And my answer to that is no, but it's a damned if you do and damned if you don't situation, because at this point, I don't trust Brian Callahan to be able to make the right decisions for this team anyways. So, again, it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't. You're damned if you fire him because you don't really trust the guys that are behind him on his staff to call plays. But you're damned if you do or if you don't, because, see, I'm getting all mixed up because of how fired up I am over this. If you do not fire Brian Callahan, then he's just going to keep showing how incompetent he is. Before the season, Titans fans were wondering, hey, why'd we not get a primetime game? We drafted a quarterback with the number 1 overall pick. Is this disrespect towards Cam Ward? And after 3 weeks of watching this team and watching this coaching staff, I can comfortably say that's not why we didn't get a primetime game. It wasn't because like a diss or slight towards Cam Ward. It was the fact that the NFL did not want to have to put Brian Callahan's incompetent ass on national TV on primetime and display his inability to coach. Simple as that. Tighten up.